Spartan 765 here today. Today I'm doing a video reviewing a gun I got recently, and that is the Zastava M70. Now there is a difference between this particular M70, or this, there's two types of M70s out there you can buy. I'm not talking about the folding versus the fixed. There's the new production that are made modern day, in the late 2000s, and then there's the surplus ones. The ones that come into the United States and are built on parts kits, which is what you see a lot of out there these days. But this particular one is one of the new manufacturer, Zastava M70s. Very beautiful wood, very nice stock, got a rubber butt pad on it. The only complaint I have about this rifle is the stock is a little thick, which lends to a very, to look down the sights, you have a very, very low cheek weld right there, or high cheek weld, where, your cheekbone is almost pushing down on the stock just to see the sights. But these do have a side rail for optics, so that cheek weld and that stock would be absolutely phenomenal if you had like a Cobra red dot on there or something like that, which I plan on getting. Now these are imported by Century Arms International. These rifles are made in Serbia. They're not imported as parts kits. They come into the United States, to the best of my knowledge. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I've read. They come into the United States only milled out for a single stack magazine. When they come in here, Century Arms goes through and mills these out for double stack. Other than that, the rifle is as it came from Serbia. And these ones do not have a bayonet lug. They do have the compensator up there. I mean, I got this thing, actually bought it at Bill's Gun Shop for $4.99, which is a pretty damn good price on one of these. Just couldn't pass it up. These rifles do not have a chrome line barrel. For most of the Serbian or the older Yugoslav rifles, including the SKS, the dog's upstairs barking there. For the older rifles and the new rifles, any Yugoslav or Serbian rifles, from what I've seen, do not have chrome line chambers and do not have chrome line barrels. Why? I don't know. That's just stupid. I wish they did have chrome line barrels. But oddly enough, they do have a fully chromed bolt carrier and gas piston, which is nice. Because if you've ever seen any AKs that just look like they're blonde like this, or white metal, unfinished, some AKs out there that you can buy are not chromed. They're just bare white metal. And they'll rust, like you've probably noticed if you have some of the Polish AKs are just blonde, or just white, unfinished metal. And if you charge it, like you can realize after a while, you'll start to see rust here. Nice thing about the Yugos is that they're chromed, chrome carriers. Or not Yugo, this is a Serbian, obviously. Yugoslavia is dissolved in the early 90s. But the barrels in these are just absolutely phenomenal. Surprisingly, I took this out to the range, and I gotta say this is probably one of the first AKs I've ever bought that I had to do very little to the sight in order to get it to shoot right on. The windage was just perfect. I didn't have to adjust the windage at all. The elevation, I had to go up a little bit on the elevation, but that was it, just a hair. Standard AKM rear sight, 100 to 1,000 meters with a 300 meter battle sight setting. One thing unique to the Yugo AKs is this button back here. See, this button is a lock for the spring guide here. In order to take this thing apart, you have to push that button in, and then push the trunnion block here for the spring guide. I'm brain farting what this part here is technically called, so forgive me on that. I do know, but had a brain fart. You have to push this in just to push in this button in the back, take it apart. Otherwise it will not go. Same thing to put it back together, which makes putting it together kind of a pain, because most AKs you just slide the receiver cover in and just like that. This one, if you do that, you'll damage it. You have to push the button in and then kind of slam it down. But I mean, other than that, the gun's built really solid, as is most Yugos. The nice thing about this is it's not assembled by Century Arms. This is actual, like I said, actually built at Zastava in Serbia. So you're not going to have any of that canted front sight BS that you've seen on other Century Wassers and even on some of the Yugo M70 imports or import parts kits that they've built. I've heard their quality's gotten better. You know, I do have one of their C39, 100% American-made rifles, and that one's flawless. But that's their premier line. As far as their Wassers go, I don't know how their quality is. I haven't bought one of those in about 8 years. And won't buy one soon unless I see one that's any good. All right, but anyway, just kind of a short, basic review on this. Oh, and this gun, I did a 25-meter zero on this at an indoor range on Monday, about 4 days ago, and she was doing just about a ½ inch group at 25 meters. Now that's using just Wolf ammunition. That's just shooting out of a resting the gun on an ammo box, just bench rest shooting. So, I mean, the gun potentially could shoot. I mean, I haven't taken it out to 100 yet, but it's going to be roughly probably about an MOA, a 2 MOA gun, I'm guessing. AKs can be very accurate. You know, it's more the user than the gun as far as the AK accuracy goes. You just have to get used to the sights and everything like that. But I have an AK that will shoot 1 MOA. It'll do MOA at 100 meters, which is nice. AKs, your general person is going to maybe be able to get about 4 to 5 inches, depending on the AK you have. I know there's guys out there that have got AKs that'll shoot sub MOA. You know, not getting into the whole AK accuracy debate, but these overall, I'm just going to pan through. These come with a brand new, nice stock, perfectly finished, no cruddy Cosmoline or anything on these guns. They are very nice. And it comes with, the one I got came with 1 mag and a little user's manual and all that crap. But, yeah, there you go. If you guys got any comments or questions, feel free to send me a message. Spartan.